nice. Hello and welcome to the Wivenhoe Showgrounds for today's bumper Darwin Football Association Grand Final. This game today being played between the Queenstown Crows and the Yolla Demons. Yolla got the hosting rights for this game today. Of course, all the Darwin Footy Association Grand Finals are played at this venue, but really excited to be bringing this game to you. Yolla up against Queenstown. It's a privilege to have the Darwin Footy Association on the AFL Tas live stream for the very first time. My name is Anthony Osborn. In the commentary box alongside me today at Wivenhoe is Josh Lovell. Josh will go through some of the things that we're building towards in relation to this game shortly, but Yolla and Queenstown, it promises to be a cracking game and what looks like a magnificent day for footy on the northwest coast of Tassie.
It really does, and so many people in for this special occasion as well. You know, Yolla undefeated throughout the season v Queenstown. It's going to be such an intriguing battle, and I just can't wait to see how it all unfolds this afternoon, Anthony.
Absolutely. Now, Queenstown, we just touched on it before, they're really gone an untraditional route to making it to the grand final. They finished the year in the lower part of the final series, finished in fourth, and they've been able to knock over Natone, Yeoman and South Burnie in 3 consecutive weeks to make it through to grand final day, while Yolla, as you so rightly said, have gone through this season undefeated. So a big challenge awaits as the umpire throws the ball up. A bit of an early start here at Wivenhoe as we get things underway. Looking forward to seeing how this game unfolds. Of course, as we just touched on, Queenstown, 8 wins, 8 losses and a draw for the year, percentage of about 150. Yolla, they go into this game with a monster percentage in excess of 350 as the ball's immediately surged forward. You can see so many people in at Wivenhoe for this big occasion just running out of tarmac, and the ball will be taken over. On that occasion there for Queenstown, it was Josh Newson, centre-half forward of the team of the year.
And someone who you want the ball in your hands, 113 goals throughout this season, absolutely phenomenal form.
Certainly is, as the ball's thrown into play. Scrappy stuff, as you'd expect early on in a grand final. The two teams just feeling each other out. Holding the footy's the umpire's call, so the free kick going the way of the D's. Nice early defensive pressure down back for them. The ball in the hands now of Zach Smith, who finished second in the Yolla BNF, fourth in the competition, best and fairest medal, named in the team of the year as well. A quality footballer is Zach Smith, and umpire had another decision to make there, but decided to let it roll. Just lets the players try and sort it out themselves. Working his way through there is England. Gets the handball over the top, looking for Smart. Smart with a kick that lives up to his name. There he goes out wide and finds Liam Smith. A couple of Smiths in this Yolla team. Josh, I'm looking forward to seeing how they go today. They're going to have big jobs as the kick goes towards half forward, but the numbers favour the Crows at ground level. Kick goes down the line. Making himself and taking a strong grab there is Alex Dilger. So Dilger wheels and goes. Drives it inside 50, beats the pack, but at the back of the pack, Nankevel, if he can take it cleanly, he does. Gets the handball off, looking for a runner. Finds that man in Matthew Newson. Newson funnels the ball back. Queenstown forced to just skirt around the edges, and eventually they find a target. And looking to move the ball on quickly there is Kurt Hansen. He does so now into the pocket. Beautifully played. Just in front of the trotting track, and the mark's taken by Zach Walker.
I'm really excited to see how this game unfolds. If that's the kind of rebound form that we see from Queenstown throughout the game, that was just beautiful movement off the half-back flank. And you can really see how clinical they moved it around that sort of 40, 50 metres out. Here we go.
So Zach Walker tied up against the pocket to draw first blood in the grand final. Kicks on the way from Walker. It's going to fade to the outer side. Mark's taken well on that occasion there for the D's. A little too hot on that occasion for Overton, but he just has enough time to recover. Handballs it out into space, but an opportunity now for the Crows. Centering kick. The target's there for Queenstown, and taking the mark is Josh Newsom. As we've already said, he's actually infringed with the free kick. That is going to be a fascinating matchup, though, Josh. Josh Newsom has been one of the dominant forwards in this competition this year, and it looks like early on Fraser Symes has the job. That's going to be a fascinating battle.
It absolutely is. You know, it's just going to be so intriguing how that sort of plays. So they have 3, 4 people coming to him at a time just to try to stop him.
Good kick there from Nankevel. Smith, I should say, finding Allen. Allen works his way through. Liam Smith again getting his hands on the football. He's had plenty of it early. He goes towards half forward and decisively slapped towards the Ford Fiesta. That one will be out of bounds for a throw-in. Look at the magnificent conditions here at Wivenhoe, Josh. It's an absolute pleasure. It's a great time of year, isn't it? Finals footy. There are so many grand finals happening around the state this afternoon. We'll give you a few score updates from around the grounds as the day progresses. Scrappy ball here at half forward for Yolla. High kick to a dangerous spot, looking for a target, almost taking the mark with one grab, unable to do so. Coming in and laying the tackle, James Allen just throwing his weight around. Handball out in the direction of John Drake. Numbers now come in for Queenstown. A hurried kick out of defensive 50, but running back with a flight and taking the mark, Damon Overton. Long sleeves. Overton stops, props, chips it towards half forward. Little too hot there for Ridge. Just goes over his head. Coming in the other way now for Queenstown. Nice stuff from Walker. Walker back down the line. It's just ebbing and flowing between the two arcs at the moment. Neither side able to really generate a strong opportunity close to goal, but there's a chance here for Yolla. Combining well on that occasion. Smith and Smith going inside 50. Little too hot. Queenstown defenders now being put under the pump. Tied up against the boundary. It's going to be a free kick, though, going the way of the Crows. This Queenstown team, Josh, they've been to the pinnacle before. They won the flag last year. And being in such a mining-centric town, a lot of these players, throughout the course of the season, can't play every game. So a lot of people, if you are tuning in to watch DFA for the first time, this is Queenstown at full strength. As the kick goes inside 50. Beautiful football there from the Queenstown Crows. Finds the coach, Toby Lutwich, who's presented well and taken the grab. And Toby Lutwich, Josh, he's going to have a big job ahead of him, but he'll be glad to have his full complement, or almost full complement of players. As I said before, that during the year, a lot of these players at Queenstown are week-on, week-off workers, which means they can't play every game, but they always make sure they've got a bit of time off come finals time.
I can imagine as well.
They're looking to go back-to-back as Lutwich now, who does a lot of fantastic work within the Queenstown community. He'll look to kick the opening goal of the game. Crosses the paint of 50. 45-degree angle. Kick is on the way from Toby Lutwich. He likes it, and it's through! Pumps up the crowd, Toby Lutwich. Queenstown are on the board. They draw first blood. 1 straight 6. Plays Yolla, yet to score.
Very intriguing battle so far, Anthony. I guess just sort of pinging back from the 50s back and forth. But you can really see that Queenstown has certainly settled in a little bit better here with the clinical movement and also the pressure just around the football as well. Very intriguing afternoon we're in for.
Certainly will be. Just said it a couple of times, this Yolla team have been so dominant across the course of the season. I knew they had a big challenge ahead, and Queenstown have started well here in the middle. Just trying to burrow his way through there was Nankerville. The umpire will take it. Ball's thrown up. Competing in the ruck there was Bellchambers for Queenstown. Ball goes over the back, finds Sam Newson. Hurried kick away. Good work off the ball there from Drake to try and infringe with the player, but really desperate stuff at ground level from Smart, combining with Wilcox, who has a raking handball off to Liam Smith. Smith goes inside 50 for Yolla. Good ball movement there from Liam Smith. Finds his target, Brady Allen. Forward pocket in the team of the year. His kick not quite to the favour of his intended target in Jeremiah Jones. But Jones then is able to force it over and out for a throw in. So an opportunity for Yolla. Jeremiah Jones, exciting player deep in the forward line, but looking through the team of the year for the Darwin Footy Association, Josh, and might touch on that in just a moment. A couple of these players deep inside 50 for the Demons have been absolute standouts for the competition. Tied up against the pocket, Wilcox screws one to a dangerous spot. Drake met heavily in a really strong tackle. Desperate grand final stuff. That is grand final footy at its absolute best, Josh Lovell. Intense work, and John Drake, he looks to be in a little bit of trouble. He's just getting through up to his knees now, but that was a really heavy impact, and you can just see these two teams mean business on grand final day.
I'm just glad to be up in the commentary box, not down receiving that tackle, Anthony.
Hurried kick out of the stoppage. Opportunity now for Yolla. I think there may have just been gone through for a minor score. I thought there might have been another free kick, but Yolla, they're on the board. They get a minor score to start their day. So we look out across Bass Strait behind us. Magnificent part of the world here at Wivenhoe. Working his way out of defence now. Go the Crows. Mark's taken by Dilger. Dilger cuts it back inboard. Finds Nankerville. Nankerville kicks it towards half forward. It's just going to go inside 50. Back of the pack with a little bit of job ahead of him here is Overton. If somehow gets rid of the football in that tackle, did he do so illegally? He didn't. Free kick going the way of the Crows. Player looks to be a little bit proppy there. Keep an eye on that. Gets the handball off nice and quickly. Gets it off to Dilger. Dilger launches towards goal for the Crows. Dilger goes downtown, and Queenstown get their second. Exciting stuff here from the Queenstown Crows.
Absolute bomb of a kick, Anthony. What a great bit of play. Obviously getting the free kick there and then just holstering it straight through the goals. Really great start here from Queenstown, and it really is showing. Having a full strength side is certainly paying dividends in this far into September. Is it September yet? Yeah, it's just
September now.
Just.
Absolutely. We've just scraped into September. So September footy, it's always at its hottest, and the weather's looking great as well. Queenstown, they've made a really strong start in this game. 2 straight 12, plays one behind. Ball through the middle, trying to kick it off the ground there was O'Shea. Now moving through for Yolla. Kick goes inside 50, looking for the target. Nice double-fisted punch there. Down to the runner in Shea. It's Shea of the Sam variety. Running back with the flight and unable to take the mark on that occasion was Crane, the skipper. Yolla go back inside 50, looking for a target, and that's that man again, Brady Allen. He's a crafty operator down there, Josh. He's looked lively early.
Certainly looking to make an impact as well. Really going to be interesting to see how he sort of goes throughout this game. Looks to play on.
Allen from 50, right to the goal square. Mark taken. Great strength shown there. I think that was Jones. It was Jeremiah Jones. Just positioned his body well, read the ball better than his opponent. Takes a really strong grab.
Absolutely beautiful. Just great positioning as well, and certainly should slot this home, Anthony, and get Yolla on the scoreboard here.
Easiest of finishes there from Jones. You're dead right, Josh. That's what they needed. Just a bit of a settler, I reckon. They go to 1-1-7. Queenstown 2 straight 12.
So what have you made for this sort of opening part of this game, Anthony? Obviously, it's been, quite ferocious the way that the ball movement is just sort of pinging around. But how have you sort of found, especially Queenstown settling in, but it's good to see Yolla sort of get that ball rolling on the scoreboard?
Yeah, the first few minutes was certainly just play between the arcs, wasn't it, Josh? It's been an intriguing game to this point, but Yolla have gone inside 50 and looked dangerous. They'll just be looking to try and probably stop these centre clearances, which Queenstown have been getting on top. Handball over the top there from Norkie. Finds a target. Long shot on goal now for Queenstown. Missing to the right. Through for a minor score. 2-1-13 the Crows. Yolla 1-1-7. Of course.
I've got to say, I'm not sure if I'd be brave enough to be putting my car right behind the goals.
It's one of the beauties of community footy, isn't it? It's always a brave decision to park in that part of the ground.
I've seen a couple of people caught out over the years.
Ball in the hands of Smith. Opportunity now for Queenstown. Scrapping away at ground level. Competing well for Yolla was Ridge. Umpire will take it. It's Ridge up against Mitchell Norkie. So just outside attacking 50. The ball's thrown up. Using his body weight there was Holland, but the ball goes inside 50 now for Queenstown. Looking for a target. Unable to take the mark was Newsom. Lutwich just buzzing about at ground level. Overrunning the football slightly. Yolla kick it away to try and get a reprieve, but it might come back with interest as ground level. Michael Keogh takes the footy. Strolls inside 50, but there's been an umpire's whistle. Not quite sure what that was. Looks like it might have been off the plate. Free kick going the way of Yolla. So a bit of a reprieve there for the Demons. Queenstown just look like they're really keen to move the ball on at all costs at the moment, Josh, and it's risking, I guess, catching Yolla unawares at the other end of the ground.
Oh, certainly. Just putting especially the Yolla defence under pressure, but it'll be interesting to see how Yolla sort of try to get an entry here. Great mark there as well by Yolla.
Really good grab there by Robinson. Kick from Grubb. Robinson now drives it inside 50, almost taking the grab, but spilling it at the last moment. That opens the door now for the Yolla Demons. Around the corner from the pocket, tight. A bit of magic there from James Allen. Fantastic finish. Just tells his teammates that actually wasn't a goal at all. That was a minor score, and the kick's been brought back in. So a bit of confusion from everyone. But Yolla, they almost pulled off the miraculous there through Allen, but it was actually a minor score. A couple of his teammates went to go and celebrate with him, but he had to tell them to go back and pick up a man. They've now got a golden opportunity through Jordan England. England's kick is on the way, straight through the middle. So they do get that goal eventually there, Yolla.
And they now take the lead.
An unconventional minute or so of football. But Yolla Demons, they moved to 2-2-14. Queenstown, 2-1-13.
Certainly half of Yolla's squad was pretty certain that would have gone through, Anthony. But luckily, there was some awareness around that sort of that 50 line.
Yeah, he was quite funny that he just was pushing away, telling his teammates to not celebrate with me, go and man up a player. In the end, a costly turnover from the kick-in. And Yolla, they take the lead, 1 point advantage, 13 minutes gone in the opening term. Handball Out in direction now. Newson drives the ball inside 50 for Queenstown. Back of the pack. The other Newson. Dishes a handball off. The Newsons combine and Sammy kicks the goal. Newson to Newson to Newson. And Queenstown, they go to the scoreboard. 3-1-19. Plays 2-2-14. 13 and a half gone in the opening term.
I was just about to say we hadn't seen Josh Newson really other than that first part of the game, but when he comes in, makes that impact and they instantly score. Absolutely phenomenal stuff here by Queenstown.
Certainly is. Really good work there from the Crows. They move to 3-1-19. Yolla, 2-2-14. A couple of the prime movers just combining there on that occasion. Newson and Newson. Newson of the Sam variety hitting the scoreboard. So, just wait for play to get back underway in the middle. Apologies for a couple of little technical difficulties. You can see there the two teams just exchanging a couple of pleasantries towards the boundary line.
A few jumper puncheries there.
So we'll have a throw in, half forward. Fisted down. Grabbing the football there is Kurt Hansen. Kicks it inside 50 now for Queenstown. Grabbing the football was Hayden Brown. Gets rid of the footy. For Yolla, combining well. Chatwin got the quick handball off and now they're away. Defending grimly on that occasion was the Queenstown defender who did really well to have that contest. Drake, he funnels the handball back. Little 1-2 with Drake. Drake now goes down the line, but it's going to be running out of tarmac and helping himself to a seat was the Queenstown player. A little like courtside NBA action for you there, Josh. So we now bring the ball back into play through Yolla. Driving ball towards 50, running back with the flight, not taking the mark was Drake. Rolls over and out. We'll have a throw in. Right forward pocket for Yolla. 5-point margin in favour of the Crows. Of course, if you are tuned in here on the AFL Tasmania YouTube channel, you can also catch the NWFA Grand Final that starts in a couple of minutes as well down the highway at Ulverston. Kick around the corner from the stoppage. And again, Jeremiah Jones. The second time, really from as many opportunities that we've seen him take that big grab in the goal square, just using his size and strength.
And I certainly think it's just a wonderful weather here at the ground and obviously such a great day for big marking forwards as he slots that one through. And Yolla now take the lead again, really bouncing around now as, you know, Queenstown really settled in early. Then Yolla sort of bounced back. You know, I was really going to wonder, Anthony, when we saw and if we see Yolla really have to go through quite a lot of diversity throughout this game, you know, haven't lost in, throughout this season, really to see how that bounce back. But so far, early signs really do seem like it's going to be a really tight game, which is fascinating.
Certainly will be. You said, yeah, if they're challenged today, to see how they respond is going to be enormous. Running back and tracking the football there is Zach Smith around the corner. Opportunity now, just bounces over the head of Ridge. Numbers now should favour the Crows. Dinky little kick over the top. Umpire says that's just 15 by a matter of millimetres there, I reckon, as the kick now goes from Walker down the line. Mark not quite taken there by Dilger, who presented well, scrapping away. That ball rolls over and out. So we'll have a throw in. Of course, Yolla and Queenstown both played in the reserves grand final earlier. Yolla taking the chocolates in that game. Looking to do the double this afternoon. Smith finds Chatwin. Toddy Chatwin fans the ball out wide, finds Allen. Two Allens look so dangerous down there, Brady and Josh. He gets it off to the runner and Liam Smith. Centering ball. No, the player able to take the mark, but the numbers at ground level should favour the D's. Hurried kick around the corner. It's going to be tight against the line, just rushing through for a minor score. Desperate stuff in the last line of defence from the Crows. Yolla, they move to 3-3-21. Queenstown, 3-1-19. Ball goes out wide. Hansen down the line. Fist as it goes over and out for a throw-in. Here the congratulations from the crowd. Enjoying the work of the defenders there. The umpire throws the ball back into play. Ball tapped down. Tied up against the line. Is that out of bounds on the full? It will be. Out of bounds on the full. So an opportunity now for Queenstown. They'll bring the ball back into play through Norkie. Almost 19 minutes gone in this opening term. We have a cracker of a game in our hands as Norkie just sets it up. The numbers favour the D's, but keeping his footing there at the back of the pack was Newsom, and pretty content to see that over and out. For a throw-in was Hayden Brown. Certainly disguised it well, but we all knew what his intention was, and that was to get a stoppage.
Yeah, certainly the D's with the numbers around the ball there, which they really needed to. At the last line of defence.
Ball's thrown in. Button tries to move the ball on. Handball goes back to Keogh. Keogh to O'Shea, met heavily. Still gets his kick away though, Jackson O'Shea. High ball, couple of players fly. The double fist up. Now tapped down by Holland. That's why he's a Team of the Year ruckman. Expertly tapped down, but that could be a free kick going the way of Yolla. A decision to make, could have gone either way. Ball now in the hands of Zach Smith. Ball from the competition, Newington medal. He moves the ball on. Out into the path of Chatwin. Ball sits for him. Chatwin goes down the line. Good defensive effort coming across from Sam Shea. Just ran out of tarmac. Over and out for a throw-in.
On the full, Anthony.
On the full will be. Correct, so they'll move the ball on now. Will the D's. Pumping kick towards half forward. Back of the pack. Ball's trapped there, but they might be holding the footy. The umpire says take the advantage, play on. Now the Crows will try and catch them on the overlap. Kick inside 50 in the direction of that man there in Dilger. Yolla now under the pump defensively. The runners come in to provide some reinforcements. Little handball out in front of himself. On that occasion, Button. The numbers again favour the Crows. Just seem to have players in good positions. Jonathan Keogh, but he's going to be pinned for holding the footy. Tried to take the player on. There'll be a free kick going the way of the Demons. England tracks the ball back. Haven't seen a lot of this to this point, Josh, of actually trying to play some possession footy. It's all been real slingshot stuff from either end. Won't quite work out on this occasion for them either. They'll just look to move this ball on. Chipping kick down the line. Mark taken. Hayden Brown. Brown just assesses his options and then just decides to lumber for a bit of a run. Bit of a floating kick towards half forward. Can't quite find Allen. Drake will be the first one back to it. Can't trap it on the first go. Now the numbers come in for Yolla. Dangerous spot now. Robinson centres the football. Just beats Alex Ridge. Chatwin handballs it off. Opportunity now for the Demons. A dinky kick over the top. An unconventional effort. And diving like he was...
Glenn McGrath on the out.
I was going to say, it was Glenn McGrath at the Adelaide Oval. Couldn't quite take the ball. That one goes through for a point. So Yolla is certainly peppering the goal face at the moment. They move to 3-4-22. Queenstown, they're 3-1-19. So that ball goes over and out.
I'm certainly on Josh Drake watch, Anthony. He's very busy in that back line for Queenstown, putting his body on the line. I'm going to be interested to see how he's feeling in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's certainly one of the standout defenders in the competition is John Drake, as this kick now goes inside 50 for Queenstown. Another opportunity, holding free kick. It's going to go the way of Alex Dilger. Lutwich might take the advantage. He does. And the umpire says that's through. So Toby Lutwich gets his second. And Queenstown, they get their fourth. 4-1-25. They now take the lead. Yolla, 3-4-22. And as a Richmond supporter, I don't want to bring it up, Josh, but much like that game the other night, this is just lead change after lead change early doors at Wivenhoe.
I'm actually surprised you bring it up so early, and I'm sure a lot of the listeners are going, oh, why did you bring it up? But you've been a sad Richmond supporter for at least the last day and a half, so it's good to see you can still mention them without crying. No,
it's certainly not the ideal result for them, but anyway, it was good getting a good game of football here at Wivenhoe, and these lead changes have been magnificent for the contest as Yolla get the ball out of the middle. Running back. Tracking the football there was Jonathan Keogh. Ball goes out wide. Coming back through for an opportunity now. That was Smith, who pumps it to a dangerous spot. That's a really good mark running back there by Zach Walker. He quickly moves the ball on, does Walker. Down the line, mark taken. That's Matthew Newson. Matthew Newson goes down the line. The mark's just taken inside the field of play. And didn't like it either there, did Jonathan Keogh. Ball to win here at half forward for the Crows. Handball's out to no one in particular. Running back there, creating the opportunity. Hurried kick, but it's just going to beat the siren. That was a golden opportunity. There's a chance there for Lutwich to go back and kick his third. He thought he might have been infringed with, but that will be all she wrote for the first quarter of this one. A cracking game of football. We've got 3-4-22 Yolla, Queenstown 4-1-25. And Josh Lovell, that was a pretty frenetic start to this game, but it's just what we want to see in a grand final.
It was, Yolla really did take a little bit to get out of the blocks. Queenstown really up and about early, really dangerous whenever they go on that forward 50 line. But it was great to see Yolla bounce back in that second half of that quarter and really put the pressure on the scoreboard. And only be down by 3 points at quarter time is, a great effort. Probably they'd be a little bit disappointed going into this huddle, that they are down, seeing they have, absolutely dominated this season with a percentage of 360%, which is just unfathomable. But, just a terrific effort from Queenstown to hold their nerve and get that late goal and almost get another goal there with the siren just beating them.
Absolutely. Toby Lutwich leads the way with 2 goals for Queenstown. Jeremiah Jones has 2 for Yolla. Those 2 guys will have big roles to play this afternoon. But we'll take a short break here from commentary in the Darwin Footy Association Grand Final live stream. Thank you for your company so far. We'll take a short break. Be back with the second quarter action up next. Welcome back to the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. Darwin Football Association Grand Final Day. The sun is shining. Patrons are all around the venue, and we have a cracking game of football on our hands between the Yolla Demons and the Queenstown Crows. Queenstown, they lead this game by 3 points at the first break. 4-1-25 leads Yolla 3-4-22. Fantastic game of football early doors. Josh Lovell, what are you expecting to see in this second quarter? I suppose the first 5-6 minutes is all about just the two teams probably feeling their way through into the contest. What are you expecting to see in this second term?
Well, what I'm hoping to see, I guess, from a Queenstown perspective is I really want to see Josh Newson really get into the action. Every time he went near the ball there for Queenstown in that forward 50, something was happening. So I'm really intrigued how to see this, but I feel like Yolla are really going to look to continue with that momentum they had in the second half of that quarter, and it's going to be interesting to see if they can sort of get on top and really sort of start actually having major concession around the footy, which is just going to be absolutely fascinating, because certainly I would say Queenstown looked more comfortable with the ball pinging it around, but I've got to say Yolla really did hold back in that first bit of that quarter and really came into their own in that second half. So it'll be interesting to see.
Fantastic to have your company on the live stream as well. Thank you to Barry Dunham and the team at the DFA for allowing this live stream to happen today. Fantastic to be with you. Also thanks to the Darwin Footy Association sponsors, Auto Electric, Bernie Trophy Centre, CUB, Flex Realty, Harvey Norman, Impress Print, Jensen's, Sports Power Bernie, and also RT and NJ Construction Services. Fantastic to have their support for the competition in season 2022 as we get things underway in the second quarter of the big dance here at Wivenhoe. Ball in the middle of the ground and immediately pinned for holding the football. The pressure's been immense from both outfits, and Matthew Newson will be rewarded with the first kick of the second term. He moves the ball on quickly, looks in the direction of Nankerveld, able to take it. Yolla now dancing around half back. Hurried kick. Using some great strength and just moving his opponent out of the way there was the Yolla defender. Coming through the other way, Keogh. Massaging a ball over the top, tied up against the boundary line. The Queenstown people, they're claiming that was out on the full. The umpire agrees, so Matthew Newson bring the ball back into play. Newson drives the ball towards half forward, mark not taken by Dilger. Coming in the other way, Sam Newson finds himself in a bit of space. The vice-captain kicks towards goal, but just misses out of bounds on the full in the end. Wind just took it a little bit to the right. As you can see there, that's straight in the background. A magnificent backdrop to this venue. Bring the ball out of defence now to Yolla. Coming and grabbing the football. Overrunning it slightly. Chain of handballs now. Wilcox goes towards Allen at half forward. Allen just punches it towards himself. Really good stuff there from James Allen. Keeps his feet, drills it into the forward pocket and finds Todd Chatwin. Really smart work there from James Allen. He's an experienced campaigner for the Yolla Demons, and he used all of that experience on that occasion, Josh.
Just great movement, little shake and bake, and then finds his big forward in Toddy Chatwin.
So Todd Chatwin, who had a fair bit of the footy in the first quarter, it must be said. Improves the angle slightly, kicks towards goal. Todd Chatwin, they like it to the Demons. They get their fourth, 4-4-28. They lead Queenstown 4-1-25, and that's the fifth or sixth lead change of the contest. And Chatwin, he's on the board.
Just amazing start there from Yolla. We'll see how it continues, really. I've got to say, just some great defence as well in the Demons' back half to really fling that ball straight up the forward line. And just, again, a great movement there from Allen with that little shake and bake, and then found his big forward where the goal umpire didn't have to move at all.
So we come back to the middle of Wivenhoe. Umpire flings the ball into the air. Nice little double tackle. I'm going to say that's pointed the wrong way. We'll be holding the footy. Free kick going the way of the D's. Big ruckman John Holland. Now Yolla launch the ball inside 50 once again. Drake, your man Josh, with a fist over the top. But there's an opportunity now for the Demons. Tied up against the pocket. Jeremiah Jones centres the football. Allen has a key player to beat there, unable to do so. Now scrapping away at ground level. He'll be pretty content to see that over and out for a throw-in.
And that's what just makes a great person in the back line, isn't it, Anthony? Gets beaten, but then still, puts on the pressure. John Drake, absolutely fantastic back there, and really did cause this throw-in in the forward 50.
Umpire's whistle. It's going to be a free kick. Infringing on that occasion was the Yolla ruckman. So taking the footy will be Jake Ray McCann. Ray McCann slices the ball through to Walker. Walker uses the width of Wivenhoe. Finds a teammate now. Defensive side of centre wing. Stopping and propping. Now driving the ball down towards half forward. Running back and taking a good grab there was John Holland. Just used his size and strength took the grab comfortably in the end. Now looks to move this ball on. Good mark taken again there from Ben Grubb.
And I've got to say, I'm loving Ben Grubb's jumper as well, the little V-neck that he's got rolling there after clearly got ripped early on in the piece.
Couple of long sleevers for the D's. I love it, Josh. And that's going to be an infringement going the way of Queenstown. Good game of footy this so far. 4 minutes into the second term. 3-point margin in favour of the Demons. Massage the ball over the top. Chance here for the Crows. Walker pumps them towards half forward. Mark's taken by Alex Dilger. Quickly moves the ball on. Chance now for Queenstown. Flying shot at goal. Just going through the left. Through for a point. 4-2. Go the Crows. Yolla up 4-4.
Quite an interesting bit of bit of play there, Anthony, with the forward. You know, not really the defence not really on top of him, so then he's just able to play on. But you know, missed a golden opportunity there, didn't he?
Certainly was. Golden opportunity there for the Crows. Goes begging, but they need to make the most of any chances they get this afternoon against a team of Yolla's quality. That's a good grab from Jonathan Keogh. Watch his game so far. Keogh kicks the ball towards half forward. Just falls a little bit short. Chance now for them. Moving through was Hansen. Gets the ball off to Michael Keogh. Shrugs a tackle. Michael Keogh for goal. Lands in the hands of Lutwich, who made a bit of a meal of it, but it doesn't matter. He kicks his third, the coach. And Queenstown, they get the immediate response. 5-2-32. They lead Yolla 4-4-28.
Oh, bit of Erling Haaland there, I think, with that play. Just bounced in his lap and straight over. Didn't even need to put it on the hands. But yeah, great effort there from Queenstown, and certainly when Yolla's look like they've got, they're going to get on top, Queenstown have just been able to bounce back here.
I love that work there from Michael Keogh, just to burst away from the tackle, have the shot on goal. It probably could have gone through and done it himself, but in the end, Toby Lutwich, as you said, just had to improvise a little bit, but he made it work. As we go back into the middle, decisive punch down. Can Queenstown get two in a row? We haven't really had consecutive goals for a while in this game. Umpire's going to say that's holding the footy. Free kick going the way of the D's. Bit of a scrappy kick, just came off the side of his boot. It might work out. No, it won't. Queenstown, they mean business. Josh Newsom tucks the footy under the arm. Goes for a bit of a gallop, but his kick, he's full shorts as well. Going in the other way is Keogh, lays the tackle. The umpire says he was a little overzealous. So the free kick will go the way of Deacon Perry. Perry out to Liam Smith, who has acres of space. Smith pumps it towards the pocket. Chatwin takes the grab on the second juggle. Tight up against the boundary line. Todd Chatwin only has one goal to his name. Improves the angle. Todd Chatwin, the big fella, for goal. Just missing. The Bronx cheers from the crowd almost got me there, Josh. I was about to start celebrating the goal. That goes through for a point. So 4-5-29 Yolla. Queenstown 5-2-32.
He's certainly the man you want the ball in your hand, isn't it, if you're a Demon supporter? Things just seem to happen when they go to that right forward pocket, with Toddy just going around the ball. Almost got it, you know, looked like the goal umpire had to make a decision. Was it a goal, was it not? But it's very interesting here. Very interesting part of the game, I have to say.
So the ball to be thrown back into play. Holland decisively wins it down. The numbers should favour the Crows. They do. Burning a little bit there, getting the kick over the top. Finding a teammate there in Norkie. Mitch Norkie pumps it towards half forward. Bouncing ball and getting infringed. Free kick going the way of Alex Dilger. That Bug-Dilger matchup looks fascinating. Bug, of course, in the team of the year. Back pocket. Dilger pumps it inside 50, looking for Newsom, but a brave mark running back with the flight. Deacon Perry. That is a really brave grab. Perry out to Smith. Smith back inboard, unable to complete the transaction was Robinson. Chance here for Jackson O'Shea, the vice-captain. Dinky ball over the top, but running back and taking the mark is Liam Smith, who has brought his own share into Wivenhoe this afternoon. So plenty of the footy. One of a couple of Smiths in this outfit. Of course, Michael Smith, co-coach alongside James Allen. Remarkable story, Yolla. In the doldrums for a long period of time. Gone through the home and away season undefeated. Booked a direct ticket to the grand final. They certainly have a challenge on their hands this afternoon as the Crows look to go back-to-back. Matthew Newsom goes back to John Drake, your man Josh. Not his best bit of work with the kick, it must be said. Opens the door for Allen. Allen Funnels it out in front of himself. Chatwin really clean beneath his knees. Drake makes up for his mistake. Terrific tackle, John Drake.
And you've got to love that as a coach as well. You know, someone that, you know, clearly stuffs up but is able to actually run onto the football and try to make amends. It's just absolutely amazing football there by John Drake. Certainly my player of the game so far from a Queenstown perspective.
Crows move the ball out of defence. Through the hands of the Yolla player. Clever little tap on, keeps the ball alive. Ben Grubb just gets rid of the kick. It was a very agricultural tackle by Michael Keogh. It's going to be pinned for high contact. Ball will come back to Keogh. No advantage paid. Taking the free kick will be Ben Grubb. Grubb. Chiseling ball to Liam Smith. Yolla BNF winner. Drives the ball to the forward pocket to Smith. Tied up against the line, and just helping it over there was Jake Ray McCann. We've almost played 10 minutes in the second quarter. Still not much separating these teams. It's 3 points the difference. 9 scoring shots from Yolla, 7 to the Crows.
Well, this is certainly the grand final we're after, Anthony, wasn't it?
Absolute cracker, Josh, no doubt about it. Bouncing ball, handball off. Chance now for the Yolla Demons. Around the corner, Corey Robinson. Didn't look like he got great purchase on the kick, but he did just enough. And Yolla, they get their 5th. And long and behold, Josh Lovell. What do we have? Another lead change. Fantastic stuff there from the Demons.
Certainly seeming it's the set tone of the day, Anthony. You know, and that's certainly what the crowd wanted to come here and watch. They wanted to see, you know, a good game of football. They certainly don't want to see anything one-sided, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get anything like that. Very close, great contest so far. And just a great day of football, Anthony.
Fantastic day of footy.
Good weather as well.
Late in the first term at Ulverston. Looks like 4th are up and about in that game. They lead 22-0 over Motten Preston. Also got grand finals in the Circular Head Footy Association, King Island Footy Association, and the North West Coast as well. So give you a few score updates from there when they come to hand. Yolla go inside 50 once again. The ball sets for Brady Allen. Quickly goes for goal. Brady Allen. Yolla on a roll. That's their 6th. Clinical stuff from the Demons.
Whew. Happens so quickly, doesn't it? Happens so quickly, Anthony. You know, just great movement there. Just so clinical. And it really didn't even look like the Queenstown defence had sort of set up after the previous goal, and they're already getting banged another one. So, you know, Yolla up by 9 now. How does Queenstown respond after that? They really need to get their man Josh Newson into the game.
You're certainly right. All of a sudden, that margin just grown out now. 9 points of difference in favour of the D's. How can Queenstown respond? Hurried kick, goes towards half forward, trapping the football. Newsom tries to get the handball off in the direction of Crane, but coming the other way was Allen. Allen handballs it off into a bit of space. Another opportunity. Corey Robinson goes inside 50 for Yolla. Defending grimly there was Shea. Jones scraps away.
Drake in it again.
Without the ball just stuck. No player able to really get there quickly. Potentially a high tackle. The umpire spotted it as well. Free kick going away of the Crows.
A lot of bodies just getting flung around there, isn't it? It's a hard day to be an umpire out there just trying to find those free kicks and what's actually legal and what's not.
The Crows bring the ball out of defence. Just being pushed off the footy on that occasion there was O'Shea. A chance here for the Demons. Handball there from England. Creates the opportunity. Just trapping the football was Overton. Tries to cut back inboard. Not his best kick, but puts a bit of pressure on the Queenstown defenders. Allen's bubbling away. So too a couple of teammates around the corner for Yolla. Can they get another? They won't. That one goes through for a minor score. So the Demons, they jump out to 6-6-42. Queenstown 5-2-32. 10 points of difference. Kick down the line. Mark not quite taken on that occasion there from Perry. Lets in the Crows. Scrapping away. Alex Ridge gets the handball back. Kick comes back inboard. Finds Liam Smith. Smith sees something he likes out wide, and the switch is on and up and running as Robert Button, cross half back, drives the ball to half forward. Finds Brady Allen. Allen wheels and goes. Kicks it to a dangerous spot. The target's there. Unable to take the mark was Ridge. Numbers should favour Queenstown. Dinky kick around the corner. They'll now escape out of defensive 50. Tied up against the line, but the mark's taken. That's Nathan Bellchambers. Bellchambers will look to cut something off in the middle of the ground, but he didn't quite get enough on the kick. Liam Smith comes across and chops it off. Some of these little wins are just falling the way of the Demons at the moment. Smith gets the ball out to Brady Allen, who's looked so dangerous today. Experienced campaigner. Allen lowers his eyes, sees something he likes, presenting well, and able to take the mark. Now the numbers come back in for Queenstown. Grabbing the football is Jackson O'Shea, who's starting to really get himself involved in this contest. He kicks it into the middle of the ground. Scrapping away at ground level is Alex Dilger. Just got rid of the football. Queenstown somehow emerge with it. Sam Newson chips it to half forward, but a little too cute. Mark taken there by Bug. Matty Bug out wide to Overton. A couple of these prime movers just starting to get their hands on the football now for the men in red and blue. Overton just pumps the ball towards 50, flying high, unable to pull the mark in. It was a nice effort. Now Zach Smith at ground level combines with Corey Robinson, but the umpire spotted something. Free kick going the way of Smith. Smith chiseling ball into the forward pocket. A little too hot for his intended target. And Allen, who just runs out of tarmac, over and out for a throw-in. Left forward pocket. Just feels like Yolla have tightened the screws on this contest a bit, Josh. Crows just struggling to really get a couple of uncontested disposals in transition from defence into offence.
Certainly not what it was like at the start of the game, was it, Anthony? And they're really struggling. A lot of pressure in that forward half for the Yolla Demons. And really, we're starting to see why they did go undefeated throughout this season.
So Queenstown, as I said, been issued a serious challenge. Coming in over the top there was Robinson. Queenstown just struggling to get this ball out of this part of the ground at the moment. All bodies flying in from all directions at the moment.
I don't know if I've quite seen that, Anthony. You know, someone who's taking a specky in a boundary throwing.
Boundary throwing contest, absolutely. And then to not give away the free kick as well, very interesting. So, have another stoppage. Ball's thrown up. Showing all of his acrobatic smarts there, Corey Robinson once again. Umpire had pleas from all sides, but in the end, just half the contest, taken himself. 16.5 gone, 10 points the difference in favour of the Demons. 6-6-42, plays 5-2-32. Nice punch down. Now can Queenstown get out of this part of the ground? O'Shea high up and under. Chatwin takes the mark.
Could go to goal from here.
Certainly has it in him. He decides to lower his eyes. Chatwin finds something he likes. It's a good kick. Spots up Zach Smith, who now wheels and goes. Zach Smith high up and under, centering ball underneath it. Mark Spield, crucial error there for Queenstown. Can they escape with it? They might just do that. Sam Newsom with a bit of composure gets the ball out of defence now for the Crows. Good mark taken there from John Holland, and this is just what's happening at the moment, Josh. They cannot get the ball beyond centre. But Yolla, must be said, they're probably not being as efficient inside 50 as they would like either. Queenstown continue to defend grimly. It's going to be a high contact free kick going the way of Drake.
Probably deserved a few of those today, Anthony.
He's been working hard as John Drake, back pocket team of the year. A little bit of height on that kick, but it lands for Marriott. Mark Marriott goes out to Nankerville. Nankerville down the line. Good grab taken. Good stuff here there. That's a really good mark taken by Josh Newsom.
Someone who I said needed to get into the game. Let's see what he can do from here, Anthony.
Yet to hit the scoreboard, but he has a chance to create something. He kicks it to a dangerous spot. The target there was Dilger, potentially a push. The umpire didn't agree. Now bumbling around now for the Yolla defenders. They've got some work to do. Queenstown just need to trap this footy in and try and create something. Change of scenery. The ball inside attacking 50 for the Crows. Really, it's all been played in Yolla's half of the ground for the last 6-7 minutes. Ball's thrown up. Holland taps it down. Lutwich takes the footy. Misses.
Now let's see if Queenstown can really hold the ball into this 50, their forward 50. Because Yolla have just moved the ball so nicely around the ground. You know, you're not going to be surprised if, you know, they're going to be straight down the other end. Let's see what they can do here, Queenstown.
Yeah, it's that man Smith, I reckon, Liam Smith, who just seems to be the prime mover moving the footy. There he is. Summoned his name as Holland links up with Smith. Smith goes out wide and finds Allen of the James variety. Allen down the line, spots up a teammate, finds Button.
Uncontested footy everywhere here for Yolla.
Button towards half forward. It's going to be flirting with the boundary line. Umpire says it just bounced in play first.
And that does seem like it's something that's changed in this second quarter where, you know, the contested football is coming a lot easier for Yolla. There's less of contested football. They're doing a lot of uncontested football out there, and they're really able to move it around the ground with ease.
Ball at half back now for the Crows. And able to trap the football there with Zach Smith. Liam Smith, a little bit of razzle-dazzle from Liam Smith. He goes inside 50, bravely running back with the flight. Unable to take the mark was Symes. Now the Crows have the reinforcements at ground level. Kick goes out towards the target of Bell Chambers.
And that's not what you want, is it? You know, Queenstown are able to take the ball outside the 50 and then it goes straight out of bounds with a mediocre kick, I guess I would say. But Yolla looked fantastic so far.
Throw goes back into play. 20 minutes gone in this second quarter. Margin still certainly, you're not pushing the panic button if you're a Queenstown supporter at the moment, Josh, but they're just needing to really get a goal to get themselves back into a strong position. We know the class of this Yolla outfit. They just need to make sure they're well and truly in this game at the half. Smith handballs it off to Allen. Allen now running towards 50. That's an excellent tackle, holding the football. Desperate stuff there from the Queenstown defender. I think that's Sam Shea. Awesome work from him. Been rewarded with the free kick, and he'll kick it down the line. And that's the sort of thing that Toby Lutwich, I reckon, he'll point to at half-time. He'll get his troops in and just talk about that tackle. That was desperate stuff. Nice to see also a couple of potentially free tickets just over the back there at the construction yard behind. Nice view of the footy.
Surprised to see no one on that boat.
Shea sees the ball over and out. Could help himself to a bit of a picnic selection there as well. Great to see so many people out at the footy. There's cars, utes, camp chairs, blankets. Fantastic atmosphere here at Wivenhoe. Great chain of handballs now. This is really good stuff from Yolla. Kick goes towards full forward. Genuine one-on-one. Fisted away. Allen at ground level. Keeps his footing. Just gets the handball away. Jeremiah Jones. He loses his footing eventually. Desperate stuff from Ray McCann. Gets his handball out. Still out of trouble. Not out of trouble, I should say, are the Crows. Great defensive pressure here from Yolla. Running back the other way. Mark Wilcox kicks into a dangerous spot. Flying back with the pack. And unable to take the mark was O'Shea. Yolla continuing to surge the football forward. Queenstown defending grimly. Josh Lovell on out of breath. That was an intense minute or so of footy.
Ooh, bit going on there, and Queenstown's defence have just held up. But Yolla, just the power of their forward 50 entries are just sort of bearing down on Queenstown, aren't they? So much pressure coming in this game, and as we see, a little snap for goal, straight through, great there from Brady Allen. Excellent goal, really did deserve that one, Anthony, after some great effort throughout this quarter in that forward 50, and just fantastic from a Yolla perspective. Queenstown really on the back foot here. I reckon halftime can't come soon enough, Anthony, so they can really sort of, you know, regather their thoughts, sort of get some direction from their coach and get back out of here for the second half.
Yeah, that was a really clever finish there from Brady Allen. You're right, he's buzzing away across the course of this game so far. He's been really good, but yeah, we've certainly been issued a challenge now with the Queenstown Crows. They'll go into, as you said, go into this break, needing to think of a way to try and get themselves back into this contest. Good handball off. Here's an opportunity for them. Running towards 50, Sam Newson. Sam Newson unloads for goal. The umpire doesn't move a muscle. And why would you need to? And it goes straight through. 6-3, 39 the Crows. They get the immediate response. How easy was that?
Well, you've just got to ask, why haven't they been doing that the rest of the quarter, Anthony? You know, just great movement there. And as you can see, when Queenstown really do get on the move, they're really dangerous. Got some dangerous players in that forward 50. And, you know, just an excellent finish there.
Certainly was. Terrific stuff. Running through, heavy tackle. Umpire says it's going to be a high tackle. An opportunity now for Queenstown. Darcy Crane, the skipper. What can he do? Fans the ball out wide. The Crows launch their way inside 50. Couple of players competing in the air. Ground level. Chance here for Jackson O'Shea. Around the corner. Queenstown. Wowee. Queenstown get their second goal in a minute. The margin's back to 3, and the complexion of this game has completely changed. They've turned this game on its head. The two leaders there, O'Shea and Newson. What a contest.
I'm out of breath and I haven't even been speaking for the last minute. So how about that, Anthony? You see Queenstown haven't really been in this quarter at all. And now they're going to go down into the halftime huddle with just a 3-point deficit to the Demons. And the Demons, I would expect we're thinking they were going to be up by a good 15 points going into the halftime huddle. But, just excellent from Queenstown. And again, we go back to the fact that really are excited for such a close grand final here in the Darwin Football Association, and we're getting it.
Certainly are, and I think we'd almost said about 2 minutes ago, Josh, that Queenstown were going to have to go into the break and do a bit of soul-searching and work out how they could get back into this contest. But amazingly, it's only 3 points of difference. You can see there, a packed wet area, magnificent atmosphere here at Wivenhoe. So Yolla, they lead 7-6-48, Queenstown 7-3-45. We'll quickly run through the goal kickers for Yolla. 2 goals to Jeremiah Jones, 2 to Brady Allen, both of them coming in the second quarter. Singles to Corey Robinson, Todd Chatwin and Jordan England. While for Queenstown, 3 goals to Toby Lutwich, the coach, 2 to Sam Newson, the vice-captain. Jackson O'Shea, the crucial goal late, the other vice-skipper, Alex Dilger, also with a single. 3 points the difference. Magnificent day for football, a magnificent game of football here at the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. 3 points the difference. We'll take a short break here from commentary. Second half of the Darwin Footy Association Grand Final coming up next. Welcome back to Wivenhoe. Second half of the Darwin Footy Association Grand Final about to get underway. It's Yolla leading this game by 3 points, but a minute or so of absolute chaos late in the second term has turned this game on its head. Queenstown are right back in it. Late goals to O'Shea and Sam Newson put them back into a strong position. 7-6, 48 Yolla. Queenstown 7-3, 45. Before this quarter gets underway, we might get a couple of score updates from around the grounds. Got a couple of other grand finals happening in this section of the state, the northwest of Tassie. So we'll get some score updates for you. Josh, you've got an update for us from the second quarter in the King Island grand final.
Yeah, we've got Grassy 36 versus North 3 behinds. We're only talking about it at the halftime break, Anthony. You know, just incredible that North have made the grand final. Their only game that they won, you know, was to make it to the grand final with the 3-team roster there. Fantastic. As the umpire gets ready to throw this ball up, I'll get some score updates around in as well.
Beautiful. As you get things underway here at Wivenhoe, next stoppage we'll give you an update from the NWFA as well. We'll try and track down a circular head Footy Association score for you too. So come back into the middle. Free kick to be taken by Zach Smith. Moves it on quickly. It's not the 50-metre penalty. He's going to be paid too. Quickly surging towards goal, tied up against the line. Jones infringed with, but it'll go through for a minor score. So Yolla quickly hit the scoreboard with a minor score.
The other Northern Grand Final that's happening, Fortin 46 versus Motten Preston 33, just late in that second quarter there, Anthony.
Mark taken here in play by England. He'll look to set himself up. Yeah, that's an intriguing game, that. Just at quarter time, Forth were well and truly on top against Motten Preston, so Demons have just started to work their way back into the contest a little bit as England chisels a ball towards a teammate, jumping across in front there and just impacting enough was Walker. Handball goes off to Hansen. Hansen back to Walker. Running back with a flight, unable to take the mark on that occasion was O'Shea, trying to track the footy back now. Liam Smith does really well. He's been sensational this afternoon, Liam Smith. He kicks it towards half forward, but chopping it off, Zach Walker. He started this second half in style, takes a good grab. So Walker drives the ball down the wing. Back of the pack, that was an unrealistic attempt. Free kick will go way of Yolla, I believe it will be. A couple of players were flying, wasn't quite sure which way the umpire would go, but the free kick is going the way of John Holland. Team of the Year ruckman in the Darwin Footy Association this year. Cuts back inboard. Finds something he likes there in Brown. So, compared to the rest of this game, this first minute or two of the third quarter just feels a little down tempo. Two teams just working their way back into the contest. Coming over the top and taking a good grab there was Darcy Crane. Crane tries to bite the switch off. He does well. Gets it to Nankerville. Nankerville moves it towards the broadcast side. Ball's going to land in the arms there of Button, but a costly turnover. Now going inside 50, Josh Newsom spots the teammate up. Beautiful kick inside, finds Alex Dilger. And the Crows, they'll have their first look at goal in the second half. Josh Lovell.
And we just need to see more of Josh Newsom, don't we? You know, magic happens when he gets near the football. As you can see, what a lace that he had out there to Alex Dilger, who hopefully for Queenstown does get this straight through the sticks. And just incredible if this is a goal, you know, to think that they were where they were, you know, 5 minutes left in that second quarter to now.
Beautiful kick. It looks good, doesn't it, Josh? It's straight through the middle. The umpire doesn't move a muscle. The Queenstown fans have made the trip. They are well and truly in this game. They take the lead, 8-3-51, play 7-7-49, and that's Dilger's second, but beautiful kick, and you could just hear the roar of the travelling Crows, Josh. Great support from Queenstown. A lot of people have made the trip up from the West Coast, and that's a really good start to the second half.
Absolutely fantastic, and you know, I'll be talking about him a lot, hopefully, for a Queenstown perspective, but Josh Newsom really does make things happen, Anthony.
Yeah, it was a good kick, lowered his eyes and spotted up a teammate. Intrigued to see how that forward line does function across the second half with a Tony Lutwich does move a few magnets around, but Here, Yolla, drive the ball inside 50. Back of the pack, Chatwin, like an absolute steamroller, clears the path. Kick goes towards the goal square, trying to trap the football is Jeremiah Jones, and it scraped his boot. The umpire said it did. That is one of the more ridiculous goals you're going to see. I don't think he meant to kick the goal the way he did, but it hits his boot, goes through, and Yolla get the immediate response. 8-7-55. They lead Queenstown 8-3-51. And this quarter, I said a minute or two ago that it was a little down-tempo. Things have just changed a bit in this third term. The game is alive and well. Jeremiah Jones gets his third, rather unconventionally. And Yolla, they reclaim the lead.
Anything can happen, Anthony. Anything can happen. And just an incredible bit of play there. What an exciting game we have on our hands here at Wivenhoe.
So the ball's back in the middle here at Wivenhoe. Holland's competing in the ruck, taps it down. Opportunity now for Liam Smith. Brings the ball out of the middle for the Demons. Hacked ball towards half forward. Allen trying to trap it, running back with the footy. Really smart handball there from Allen. That opens the door for the Demons. A kick to the dangerous spot. Chatwin! Todd Chatwin takes the mark, just uses his size and strength. Read the ball well. And he's now got an opportunity to dob his second and get Yolla's second in a minute. Fascinating game of football we've got here. Chatwin sets himself towards goal. Kick is on the way, makes no mistake, and Yolla, they kick two in a minute. They move to 9-7-61. Queenstown 8-3-51. All of a sudden, margin's out to 10 points in favour of the Demons.
Yeah, well, if the game continues how it's been going the last 8 minutes of this playing time, you've got to imagine Queenstown's going to be ahead in a couple of minutes.
Certainly shaping that way, isn't it? Just go, 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 all the way. Terrific stuff. So we come back to the middle of the ground. Ball's thrown up. Holland won the tap, but not overly convincingly. Hurried kick away there for Queenstown. Tracking back and grabbing the football. Clever kick inside 50 there, Sam Newson. Couple of Yolla players just lost their footing. Bouncing ball, clever tap back into play, but eventually rolls through for a minor score. 8-4-52 the Crows. Yolla 9-7-61. As the Demons bring the ball back into play. Matthew Bugg. Long kick in the direction of Holland, unable to take the mark. At ground level though, Fraser Symes provides some support. Quick 1-2 for Symes. Eventually finds the runner, but coming in, playing his role as interceptor there was Jackson O'Shea. Dribbling ball towards 50, but content to take it over there was Ben Grubb.
With the V-neck.
With the V-neck. Yeah, I thought there might have been a jumper change for Ben Grubb at half-time, but might not have packed a spare jumper for Grubby. Just running with the ripped V-neck look. Punch back there from Holland. That was an unconventional bit of play there from O'Shea. Probably could have taken the ball himself. Liam Smith now emerges with the footy. Kicks it down the wing, over the top, Zach Walker. Really athletic stuff from him. Handball comes back, finds Newson. Newson links up with Hansen. Hansen back to Walker. Walker goes inside 50 for the Crows. Presenting well was Newson of the Josh variety. Bouncing football though, evades him. Coming back and trapping it, Michael Keogh. Good strength thrown from Keogh, gets his kick away. Josh Newsom's going to be first to it. Newson outside of the boot for goal! It's through! Queenstown get their ninth. The margin's back to 3 points. And this is a cracking grand final, Josh Lovell.
Ooh, he makes things happen, Anthony. He makes things happen. I told you. Gets near the ball and you can just see, Queenstown really... Just an unbelievable game, isn't it? At times, you're just lost for words for this contest. As I said, Queenstown certainly not out of it, and they're probably going to be in the head within the next couple of minutes. Fantastic from Josh Newsom, just great.
It's a clever finish. It's the first time he's hit the scoreboard today, so that's a really important goal. Now, how can Yolla respond? Kick goes inside 50 from Robinson. Mark not quite taken there from England, but an opportunity for Allen. Kick on, goal! And that's through. Goal for goal at Wivenhoe. Yolla get the immediate response. And this is finals footy at its very best. 10-7-67 the Demons. Queenstown, they're 9-4-58.
It's good to see a bit of a close-up there of Grubby as well with the V-neck. just a beautiful bit of play there from Yolla. Yeah, just an incredible game so far, Anthony. And just a bustling start to this second half. Started slow in the first 2 minutes and then really took off. Umpire throws up the ball.
Game's well and truly come alive, hasn't it? Tap down there from Bell Chambers. Can Queenstown get the response back? Kick goes inside 50. Driving ball. Newson, 1 out! Josh Newson takes the grab. You can see Toby Lutwich, the coach, with a wry smile. He knows that his team is involved in a cracking contest here. And now Newson, he can get his second goal of the quarter and get the immediate response back.
And you've got to say, that this is the last thing that the Demons want to see. This man up and about. If he can go back-to-back goals here, sensational here for Queenstown.
113 goals to his name so far this season. Josh Newson looking for his second of the granny. Comes off the side of the boot, misses. He built him up. As always probably going to happen there, Josh. 9-5-59 the Crows. Yolla 10-7-67. Smith takes a bit of space and now kicks the ball out of defensive 50. Good grab, not quite taken. It was good positioning, it must be said, from Holland. Numbers now favouring the Crows. Keogh pumps the ball inside 50, running back bravely. Excellent defensive effort there from Fraser Symes. That was really brave. Good talk as well, I reckon, from the D's to talk him back into it. Just got his right fist to the footy, punches it over the line, and will have a throw in left forward pocket for the Crows.
Big throw in here for, for Queenstown.
Good defensive pressure here from the Demons, just trying to get rid of the football. Screwed kick around the corner there from Matty Bugg. Rolling football goes to his fellow number 17, Kurt Hansen. Hansen with the centering football, flying high, unable to take the mark was Michael Keogh. Bustling his way through though, creating the opportunity was Dilger. Gets it off to Matthew Newson. Newson goes inside 50, looking for Josh. Unable to take the mark, but like a cat, get back to his feet. Newson kicks it to a dangerous spot, screws the football around the corner. Numbers should favour the Demons. Symes took a little bit casually there, Fraser Symes, just got his kick away. Tied up against the pocket. Keogh trying to paddle it forward, but eventually boundary line wins out. You can see there Jackson O'Shea a little worse for wear, getting to his feet, which is always a good sign. Umpire throws the ball back in once again. Holland just tries to punch it as far away from the contest as he can, but coming through the other way was Bell Chambers. Heavy collision there from Bell Chambers and Perry. James Allen scraps away. Tied up against the line. We'll have a stoppage. 11.5 gone here at Wivenhoe. Yolla in the lead.
You've got to think, though, if the Demons can get it out here, they're going to really attack them on the break.
So we come back here to play. Scrapping away, getting the handball out. Now can Yolla escape from the stoppage? Allen. But we're going to have a wall here set up for the Crows. Kick goes back to Matthew Newson, who's been good today. Newson chisels the ball inside 50. Scrapping away desperately there is Fraser Symes, who's been involved in everything this quarter, but that's holding the footy. Queenstown win out through pressure. An opportunity now for Michael Keogh.
And that's what this just general pressure from Queenstown have really caused. You know, you could see that wall set up from Queenstown in the middle of the ground, and they were just able to rebound it straight back into Michael Keogh.
Michael Keogh launches towards goal. Michael Keogh! Take a bow.
This game is just teetering, Anthony, you know. Could go either way here halfway through this third quarter. 12 minutes, nearly 13 minutes gone. And we're still only two points in it. This is just a fantastic contest and something we really wanted to see in this Darwin Football Association Grand Final. Absolute
cracker, Josh. You're dead right. Michael Keogh from downtown. He gets the Crows 10th. 2 points the difference. 10-7-67 the Yolla Demons. Queenstown Crows 10-5-65. We're tuned into the Darwin Footy Association Grand Final live stream here at Wivenhoe. Handball out wide. Opportunity now for Yolla. Of course it's an opportunity for Yolla. This game's just seesawing. Handball over the top, but it's going to be a free kick going the way of Walker. Ben Grubb still just running with the V-neck look. It makes him stand out, no doubt about it. Walker gets his kick. No chance here for the Crows.
The man that kicked the goal, Michael Keogh.
Keogh. High ball, running back with the flight and taking the mark. Fraser Symes, he's putting together an excellent third quarter. and forced to defend grimly. Symes chips it back towards half forward, coming across and taking the mark. Really well done there from Darcy Crane, the skipper, but chopped off. Here's an opportunity. Zach Smith pumps it inside 50 for Yolla, filling the hole, unable to take the mark. Still an opportunity for the Demons. Allen gets it off, and Jones is seen over the line. And I reckon that might be a pretty ordinary injury, perhaps, just taking his time to get up. I think he might be okay. He's going to have to get up in a hurry, though, because the stoppage is here and the ball's been thrown in. The trainer's come out to him. Hopefully he's all right. Here an opportunity in play. Chatwin, like a freight train, grabs the football, wrapped up in the tackle. That is good, strong grand final footy. And the umpire, in the end, couldn't split them. We'll have a stoppage inside attacking 50 for the D's. Tap down, sharking the ruck tap and kicking the goal for Yolla. Expertly roved. That's a magnificent finish.
It was always going to be hard there for Queenstown. They've got a man down in that back 50 as well. And Yolla just expertly read that tap off the hand. Great goal there. Really good finish there from Alexander Ridge.
Sharking the footy and making no mistake from close range. So the margin goes back out to 8 points. And this is probably the one thing. The game has been seesawing, Josh, but this quarter particularly, Queenstown just haven't quite been able to get it any closer than 2 points, have they? Every time they've gotten close, Yolla have kicked away. So Yolla seem to have all the answers at the moment, but supporters of both sides will be grey by the end of this one. Kick out of the middle. Chance here, potentially a kick in danger from the goal kicker, Alex Ridge. The umpire agrees. Queenstown, defensive side of the centre. Just hoists the ball for distance inside 50. Unable to take the grab there was Dilger. He's going to scrap away at ground level though. Symes grabs the footy, dispossessed of the footy. Nankerville.
Just bounced off him.
Good tackle there once again. That's going to be holding the footy. Sam Newson. Tell you what, these Queenstown fans are making some noise. Newson kicks it inside 50, flying high, unable to take the mark. Ball spills to the back of the pack, and first to it's going to be Damon Overton. Has the composure. Kick made it a little tricky, but it sits well for Allen. Allen wheels and goes down the line, looking for his fellow Allen. Drake paddles it out in front of himself, and he'll be very happy to see that ball over and out for a throw-in. 16 and a bit gone in the third quarter. Yolla lead 11-7-73 to Queenstown 10-5-65.
John Drake, one of the hardest working players out there today, Anthony.
No doubt you've adopted him as your man since early doors. That's going to be holding the football. Yolla have paid the advantage to Smith, but they'll eventually take it back. So with ball in hand, it's Mark Wilcox. Wilcox, chipping ball to half forward. Mark taken there by Jordan England. Cries of 50 from the Yolla faithful. The umpire says no. England round the corner, kicks it inside 50, flying high, unable to take the mark. Ridge is still involved in this contest, but numbers went out for the Crows. Walker finds Lutwich, who's a long way from home. Lutwich down the line.
Dangerous, dangerous.
Yeah, he does well. Josh Newsom just handballs into space, waiting for a runner. The runner didn't come. Newsom tries to mop up his work, but numbers should favour the Demons. Coming through the other way, Jonathan Keogh. He goes inside 50. What a kick from Jonathan Keogh. Out on a silver platter for Mark Marriott. Just laid it out in front of him and forced Marriott to present to the footy. And he's taken the mark. Now, you look to square this up potentially, but we know that he's probably had plenty of shots on the gravel from this position in years gone by. Marriott sets the ball up, but in the end, the only player to fly was Liam Smith.
Queenstown players were pretty spent by the time that got into the 50. That's why there was such an over sort of usage of those Demons players back there, and they're really able to rebound this.
Yeah, good stuff there from Allen. Tucks the footy under the arm and goes for a trundle. He kicks it towards half forward, tries to set it up for Allen, who is very careful not to step on the picnic blanket, which was very nicely done of him.
I was just waiting for him to sort of launch straight into the boot of the car, I think.
It's one of the joys of country footy, isn't it? This is magnificent. Fantastic atmosphere, fantastic weather conditions, and a fantastic game. Just Great spectacle all round. Kick goes back inboard and Angeville. Over the top, and the Crows, they're off to the races. Rolling through the middle of the ground is Newson. Kicks it inside 50. One-on-one, and it's that man, Josh Newson, takes the mark on his chest, and he's got the opportunity to bring the Crows back to within 2 points at Wivenhoe.
And you've got to say the form that he's been all season, you'd bank him in right here. As you can see, some of those Queenstown players really getting in, just stretching it out there.
So, Josh Newson looking for goal number 2. Sets himself up. Kicks on the way. It's going to be right to the line. Missing to the right for a minor score. 10-6, 66. Yolla 11-7, 73. It's the Newson name, a famous name around the Queenstown Football Club. Ball bouncing around here. Yolla with the numbers. Of course, yeah, Newson, Peter Newson, president of the footy club. Very proud of his involvement. A couple of Newsons running around this afternoon as well. Liam Smith ran himself in a bit of trouble, but gets his kick towards half forward. Mark taken there by Allen. Allen of the Brady variety. 5th in the BNF. Forward pocket in the team of the year. Chips it on, and another opportunity here for the Demons. A centering ball flying high. Ridge unable to take the mark. Numbers at ground level favour the Crows. Quickly moving it on. Nice little link-up play there from Ray McCann and Newson. Now the ball back in the hands of Michael Keogh. He goes inside 50 for the Crows, just falling short of Josh Newson. Keeping his footing though, Toby Lutwich just kicks the belly of the ball. It's an up and under. Ball still alive here for Queenstown. Yolla still needing to work their way out of defence. Bouncing ball, trapping the football there with Zach Smith. Handball back into a bit of traffic. Good tackle laid there by Josh Newson. This is chaotic grand final football at its best here in the Darwin Footy Association. Magnificent stuff. These two teams are throwing everything at the contest. Picking the pocket there. The opportunity was presenting for Michael Keogh, but a clever smother from John Holland. Over and out for a throw-in.
Just a chaotic third quarter. This is definitely the premiership quarter, Anthony. It's all on the line for these two teams. You know, Yolla undefeated all season. Queenstown, you know, the first time they've probably had their full strength squad here, and they're really putting on a show for these fans.
Your man grabs the footy, kicks it away. Chance here for the Demons through the middle, using a little burst of speed. England handballs over the top there from Robinson, but he's been dispossessed after getting rid of the footy. The umpire wanted to pay the advantage, but elected not to. Ball will come back into the hands of Robinson.
Beautiful lace there from Robinson.
Handballs it off. Chance here for the D's. They kick towards half forward. Coming over the top, getting the fist away. Nice little defensive work off the ball. Ray McCann goes for a bit of a run. Chisels the ball towards half forward as Ray McCann. Nice little blind turn there from Jackson O'Shea. Handball out. Opportunity here for the Crows. High up and under kick with the sit. Unable to take the mark. Keogh comes through one way. Coming through the other way, Marriott. That was a really heavy collision. Fraser Symes on the other end of it. He looks to be okay. This is tough, frenetic finals footy.
Hayden Brown coming in there to remonstrate.
So Fraser Symes has been exceptional this third quarter, I reckon, Josh.
Body on the line.
Rock of Gibraltar down back for them.
It's been tough going for him.
Certainly has. Bustling their way through. Little paddle out. O'Shea. Jackson O'Shea with a shot, but missing the goal face. Through for a minor score. No, sorry, Edmonds on the full, I should say.
Just a beautiful day here at the ground. Great weather for finals football. First weekend in September. So Yolla look to bring it out of their back 50.
Scrappy ball here. Just a half back for the D's. Coming in over the top. We just ticked over 23.5 in this third quarter. We have such a good game on our hands. Margin back to just 7 points. It was 3-point advantage to the Crows at quarter time, a 3-point advantage to the Demons at the half. Out to 7 points here in favour of the Demons late in the third. Can Queenstown do what they did late in the second quarter and strike a crucial goal. If I knew the siren was that close away, I would have said no. But that is all she wrote for the third quarter here at Wivenhoe. A fantastic game of football. 11-7, 73 the Demons. Queenstown, they're 10-6, 66. This grand final is well and truly up for grabs. It's been a seesawing affair to date, and I can't wait for what the last quarter has in store. We'll quickly run through the goal kickers for Yolla. 3 to Jeremiah Jones, 3 to Brady Allen, 2 to Todd Chatwin, singles to Alexander Ridge, Jordan England and Corey Robinson. While for Queenstown, 3 goals to Toby Lutwich, 2 to Alex Dilger, 2 to Sam Newson, singles to Jackson O'Shea, Josh Newson and also Michael Keogh. We'll take a short break and preview the final quarter of the 2022 Darwin Football Association Grand Final. Keep us on your streams. We won't be too far away. Last quarter action coming up next. Welcome back to Wivenhoe. The stage is set for what promises to be a classic finish to the 2022 DFA Grand Final. Yolla and Queenstown, 7 points the difference in favour of the Demons. We have a cracking game ahead of ourselves. Who's going to make a hero of themselves in this last quarter? The platform has been laid. Now it's the chance to see which team and which individuals can come up trumps and reign supreme. Will Yolla win their first premiership since 2006, or will Queenstown go back-to-back and take the flag back to the gravel? Here we go, the fourth quarter underway at Wivenhoe. Huge finish to this game coming up. Yolla will immediately get the ball out of the middle, but there's going to be a stoppage to begin.
For me, for this last quarter, I think it's going to be a battle between Todd Chatwin and Josh Newsom, both big forwards for their respective clubs, who have made quite a big impact in this grand final. Let's see who can get out on top.
Ball in the middle here, moving the ball quickly, I should say. There is Yolla. That was through Mark Wilcox. Scrappy ball towards half forward, high up and under kick back in the direction of Wilcox, who takes the mark. Moves the ball on quickly, does Wilcox. Short football in, finds Zach Smith.
This will be a great start here for the Demons if they can nestle this one through here.
Certainly would. Just the start thereafter.
But certainly they're not going to discourage Queenstown. Queenstown have been fighting back all day. You know, Demons have been on top. Queenstown have really fought tooth and nail to get back into this game.
Kick is on the way. Looking good off the boot. It's through. What a start for the Demons. A magnificent finish there from Zachary Smith. Absolute star of this side. It must be said, I think he's had a good game, Josh, without potentially being the dominant player on the ground like he's been so often throughout this year. But a terrific finish from him, and we have a cracking game on our hands. Yolla, they strike first. They're up by 13 points. Just makes life a little more difficult for the Queenstown Crows, but they're still well and truly within striking distance. Smith, the Liam variety, takes the advantage. Drives the ball inside 50 for Yolla. Looking for a teammate there in Chatwin. Unable to take the mark, but a clever little punch back into play. Todd Chatwin traps the football, dances around one, outside of the boot on the right. Toddy Chatwin!
Massive there for the Demons. Chatwin straight into it. Absolute stellar of a game so far. As you can see, the experienced campaigner just danced around the Queenstown defenders, and Demons up by 19 now, 2 minutes into this last quarter. Let's see what Queenstown can do. Massive there for the Demons, isn't it, Anthony? Just an absolute amazing start. 2 goals on the trot.
Yeah, it's exactly what they would have hoped for, and the issue is well and truly, the challenge I should say, has well and truly been issued now to Queenstown. How do they respond? Jackson Keogh, dribbling ball towards the outer side. He's going to come back and grab the footy himself. Keogh tries to get it away, but loses his footing at the crucial time. Numbers should favour, I was going to say the Demons, but coming through the other way is O'Shea, who now kicks it towards half forward. Bit of a chaos ball inside attacking 50. Lutwich with a clever little tap on, potentially dispossessed without the football. High tackle, the umpire says no, ducked into it. Another stoppage, right forward pocket. Frenetic start to this game. I love that little tap on from Toby Lutwich. Really clever stuff from the coach. Holland with the tap. Squeezing the ball out towards a teammate. Still rolling around. Getting the handball out in a little bit of space. The Crows still have an opportunity here. Swooping in, gathering the football. Centering ball, a clever kick. A really clever kick backwards. Finds Sam Newsom. And
Sam Newsom's been directed to just take his time here and line up for goal. Queenstown certainly want a bit of a breather after that little frenetic period.
Absolutely. So Newsom will look to kick his 3rd goal of the afternoon, which would be a fantastic return. Newsom sets himself towards goal. Kick is on the way. It's going to go right to the line. Always looked slightly bit to the right. It's going to stay just in the field of play. That could be holding the footy. It will be. Terrific defensive intent there from the Crows, and they'll have a look at goal. I think it's that man in Dilger. It will be, looking for his 3rd. Tied up against the pocket. Alex Dilger. This is a goal that his team so desperately needs. Alex Dilger. looking to kick his third. Sets himself towards goal. Alex Dilgar straight through the middle. Queenstown get the response. The margin cut back to 13 points. 11-6, 72. Plays 13-7, 85.
Just a teetering game, isn't it, Anthony? You know, you're not going to be surprised if Queenstown bang a couple of goals here and they're right back in this. But the Demons, you know, have a nice little buffer, 13 points. Let's see if the big man, Toddy Chatwin, can do another little spectacular move in the forward 50. It's all set up here. 5 minutes gone in this quarter.
Certainly is. Cracking game of football unfolding. I reckon there'll be a few twists and turns just yet. Ball back in the middle. Smith extracts it, kicks it towards half forward, bouncing football. Who's going to step up here? Clever little handball to himself there from Robinson. He's seen over the line. We'll have a stoppage. I thought this game's been pretty well officiated as well, it must be said. Josh, across the course of the afternoon. We always talk about the grand finals for the players and the grand final for the umpires as well. So congratulations to all involved to this point.
Absolutely.
Walker, hurried kick out of defence. Strong mark taken there by England. He's off to the races. Kicks it with his left out to the outer side. Ball set up there for Allen. Has a player to beat. Keeps just paddling it out in front of himself and eventually sees it over and out for a throw-in.
So when you were driving to the ground this morning, Anthony, were you expecting a contest like this? Is this what you were expecting when you were driving into the ground?
I think everyone hopes for a grand final of this quality, Josh. I probably thought that Yolla would be, probably be able to break away across the course of the second half, and they may still well do that, but at this point, this game is still well and truly alive. That one had a bit of a Shane Warne leg break about it. Comes back towards the pocket, tied up against there for the Yolla forwards, and happy to see it over and out for a throw-in. So, yeah, I think it's just been a cracking game of DFA footy. Country footy across the state in a fantastic spot. Holland taps it down. Ball comes back. Kick around the corner. Bounce over and out. We'll have another stoppage. Right forward pocket for the Yolla Demons.
It must be said, as we've said a couple of times, just a great turnout here for this grand final. Just great support from both teams, especially, Queenstown coming up the highway, making the trip up. As that one's put down into the forward pocket.
This is tight, scrappy stuff. No one actually wants to take possession of that footy, so I know they're going to be absolutely hammered if they do. Umpire eventually come in and intervene.
Probably a reason why I don't play footy anymore, Anthony. I was really like that bruise-free kind of variation.
No, you and me both, my friend, as this ball, I should say, still bouncing around inside the pocket. Tied up against the line. The Crows are going to get away with it. Hurried kick out of defensive 50. Ends up just coming back a little bit in the breeze. It falls short. Coming through the other way, Matthew Newson. He's been really good today, Matthew Newson. Kicks it towards half forward, looking for a teammate. Dilgar is there. He's got a one-on-one to win. Lays the tackle to Dilgar. Fantastic tackle. And he might be rewarded. I think he will. He will, Alex Dilgar. 3 goals to his name. Quickly moves the footy on. Sees something he likes inside 50. That is Jack Nankerville, who takes the mark. He'll be kicking from right on 50. He has Lutwich on short for him, and eventually he's going to be rewarded, I think. Toby Lutwich. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Back on board here at Wivenhoe. Huge finish to this final quarter coming up. So there, player for Queenstown
on the game now.
Down and feeling sore. So we'll just wait for the Crows to bring the ball back into play. Strong grab taken there from Allen. Allen, sizzling ball inside 50, looking for a teammate. Scrapping away the Queenstown defenders. They'll have another stoppage.
Scores 86-73 to Yolla. Yep, Yolla's up.
So the scores here, 13-8-86 to 11-7-73. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We're back on board now as Allen runs into an open goal square, makes no mistake. And with about 10 minutes to go in this game, that might be the start of party time for Yolla. Fantastic finish there from Allen. That's his fourth goal. 4 goals in the grand final, Josh Lovell. That's a magnificent performance.
And we're going to see now, Queenstown can really come back in this last, 8-9 minutes. They're the furthest they've been down all day, Anthony. This is crunch time for them. Let's see what they can do, the Queenstown Crows.
Yeah, they've certainly had a challenge issued to them multiple times this afternoon, and for the most part, they've been able to respond. But right now, this is the biggest challenge they've faced. 15 minutes gone in the last quarter. The margin at 19 points. Handball there from Nankerville. Allen. Handballs to Ridge. Ridge with the outside of the boot. Goes inside 50. Chatwin loses his footing. Merging the football there is Sam Newson. Finds a runner. Newson continues his surge. Lowers his eyes, finds something he likes, but Keogh unable to complete the transaction, and now Yolla. They're going to go inside 50. Allen unable to take the mark, but keeps his footing. He's a crafty warrior, is Allen. Tries to get around his opponent, but excellent defence there from Mitchell Norkie. The ball's still alive here for Yolla. O'Shea just gets his kick away. Desperate stuff from both sides.
Really is crunch time here for Queenstown, Anthony.
Certainly is. They're going to have to get a reel on if they're to get back into this game. England kicks it inside 50. Mark taken by Allen, and he'll take his full 30. Look to kick his 5th goal. And almost got a safe player of the game, isn't it, Anthony? Especially if the score does stay the same as this and Yolla do win. Absolutely sensational game. 5 goals, going through 6. Just a terrific day out here for the experienced man. He's been absolutely magnificent, has Brady Allen. Sets himself now, looking for goal number 5 in a grand final. Kick is on the way. Brady Allen just misses to the near side, through for a minor score. So 14-9-93, lead 11-7-73. The Demons up by 20. Time becoming the enemy now for Queenstown. Ray McCann has the ball, left back pocket. Assesses his options, decides to go for a bit of a gallop. Gets the handball off. Finds a teammate, waiting for the 1-2 potentially is Ray McCann. Just getting his handball away. The umpire says play on. Coming in and grabbing the football there was Smith. Out into the path of Allen. Allen just dribbles a kick along the ground to a teammate. Norkie lays a tackle. We'll have a stoppage inside attacking 50. Wrong end of the ground if you're a Crow supporter. 20 points the difference. 17 and a half gone. Time running out, and you can see the clever Yolla players like Smith just taking all the time they can, even though obviously it is time pause when there's a stoppage. They just want to really move this game along at a snail pace. Ridge gets it off to Allen. Allen with the handball. Norkie wrapped up by a couple of Demons. This has been a fantastic game of football, a bruising affair. There's some sore bodies out there. You can see the clock there. 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this contest. 20 points the difference. Can Queenstown kick a quick goal here just to breathe a bit of life into their campaign, or can Yolla shut the door? They go inside 50 to the Demons. Bouncing ball, trying to trap it now. Clever little tap on from Holland. Little round the body job there from Jones. Punches the ball out towards the boundary line. Coming back in reinforcements now are the Crows. Almost bumps into Linda Higginson of Solstice Digital, who was to move the camera. One of the best in the business is Linda. We'll have a throw in, attacking 50. I think that if Queenstown are any chance, Josh, they're going to have to get this ball to the other end of the ground really in the next minute or so.
They're going to have to get moving really quickly, Anthony, and it's just not looking like it's leaving the Yolla 50.
Coming out and finding some space, an opportunity for the Demons. Around the body from Jordan England. And that might be all she wrote in the 2022 DFA Grand Final. A fantastic finish over the shoulder. 15-9-99 the Demons, 11-7-73 the Crows. Jordan England gets his second, and that might have just secured Yolla's first premiership since 2006.
It's just amazing, isn't it? You know, to go undefeated throughout the season and come in under pressure in the grand final, it must be said, because, you know, whenever you're an undefeated team, you know, you expect it to win. But then for them to put themselves in this position with only 3-4 minutes left to go, just fantastic, I think.
Quick opportunity here for Queenstown. Is there another twist in this game? From long range, Sam Newson towards goal. Misses to the right, through for a minor score. 11-8-74, 15-9-99. So we're ticking down to the last couple of minutes of this game, and you think Yolla have done enough. Smith gets the ball out in the direction of Ridge, who does well to keep his footing, paddles it out in front of himself. Good tackle laid, really good tackle from Kurt Hansen. Queenstown will try and take the advantage, but they'll be brought back. Toby Lutwich, the coach, kicks it back. The ball will now be with Kurt Hansen. Probably a kick and a half away from goal. See something short, goes to Sam Newson. We know Newson has a long kick on him on the run. This is going to take his very, very best. He's pretty happy just to take his time, though, it must be said, Sam Newson, so he'll take his allotment. Now he just set the ball up. Waiting for the Flyers, but back of the pack, the mark's been taken. Good grab there from Robert Button. And Yolla, they just look to have all the answers at the moment. Button gets the switch. Potentially infringed with was Hansen, and the umpire a little late on the whistle, but has paid the free kick to Kurt Hansen. So if Hansen can go back and slot this, quickly gets it off to Sam Newson. Newson dances around one, sets himself. Sam Newson to breathe life for the Crows. Hits the post. That cuts the margin back to 4 straight kicks. Time is well and truly the enemy now for the Queenstown Crows. They've had their opportunities.
And they have. They've had their opportunities, Anthony, and those are the ones that you really need to hit if you're going to make it back into this grand final, but time is certainly not on their side.
Yolla move the ball out of defence, but it's going to come back again. Is there still time for Queenstown? O'Shea has the footy, stops, props, and now just kicks a high ball inside 50, a kick in hope, flying high. Dilger, did he hold on to the mark? The umpire says no. A few players had stopped, and Yolla, they're going to dance away. The mark's taken by Hayden Brown, and I reckon that has just about secured the win for the Yolla Football Club. Brown moves the ball on, kicks it inside 50, out into the path of Jones. Jones gets it off to Allen. Allen with a dinky kick inside 50, beats the intended target. Bouncing ball, just getting his handball away there was Shea. Gets it off, and now the Crows will kick into the middle of the ground. They'll just put all hesitation to the side. They'll just try and launch this ball inside 50. Newson wheels around, kicks it to a dangerous spot, sitting there and with the sit. Mark taken by Marriott. He'll run in and kick the goal. A good goal there from Mark Marriott. You just get the feeling it's going to be too little, too late. 22 and a half gone in this final term. Margin cut back to 3 kicks. Yolla 15-9-99, Queenstown 12-9-81, and this has been an absolute classic of a DFA Grand Final.
Such a great Grand Final, Anthony. I'm just so glad we had the opportunity to witness this, because it's just been such a great game, seesawing affair. And the Demons have finally got out on top as they try to get the clearance away.
Liam Smith, he's been one of the best players across all 4 quarters this afternoon. Kick goes inside 50. The mark's been taken, and Yolla, they can sense the premiership now. Taken inside 50 there. And an opportunity now just to put a little cherry on top. You can see the Yolla players, they know they've got it. Hayden Brown with ball in hand. He'll look to crack the ton for the Demons and just put the cherry on top. Brown kicking from just inside 50. Sets the ball up towards the goal line. Just tugs it to the right through for a minor score. 15-10-100. Plays 12-9-81. And Yolla fans, you just soak up the next minute or so. The team has been the team to beat in season 2022. And ultimately, they haven't been beaten. 8 seconds remaining. Lap it up, Yolla Football Club. The Demons break the drought. A magnificent performance from the Yolla Football Club. They write the final chapter in an undefeated 2022 campaign.
Just one of the great stories, Anthony, isn't it? You know, coming from such the doldrums as we were talking about before, you know, having some not much success on the field, first premiership since 2006. Just an amazing effort, and you know, certainly if you're a Yolla Demon supporter, lap this up because you deserved it.
Magnificent performance from the Yolla Football Club. As you said, Josh, there are so many stories littered throughout this team. That has been one of the great grand finals, a seesawing affair really from start to finish. Queenstown have certainly lost no admirers. They've had to go the hard way to make this grand final. They were able to scrape into finals calculations and then able to knock over Matone, Yeoman and South Burnie on their way to the grand final, but just not quite enough on this day today to take home back-to-back premierships. But Yolla, what a season, what a team, and what a grand final. Just an outstanding performance. You can see the Yolla faithful decked out in red and blue after winning the reserves grand final as well. They've done the double, and Yolla, they're the kings of the Darwin Football Association for 2022. We'll stay on the stream for a little while longer, Josh, and watch the official ceremonies. Just a cracking game. I don't even know where to begin in terms of dissecting this game.
It's hard to know where to begin, Anthony. You know, it's fair to say, you know, it was an interesting start from Yolla. Didn't start well in that first 10 minutes of the game. You know, Queenstown were, you know, certainly up and about. But the way they were able to bounce back, you know, when Queenstown was sort of, you know, getting those couple of goals in succession, you know, didn't really give Queenstown a sniff to be in front. And then they're able to sort of just pull away in that fourth quarter. It's just, you know, just some sensational football being played by the Demons, you know, certainly deserving of the undefeated crown they've taken throughout this season. Yeah, it's a bit emotional, isn't it, Anthony? It's just, you know, just a terrific story and a terrific game.
It certainly is, and just a magnificent performance from this football club. As we've said a couple of times, they won the premiership in 2005 and 2006, and they've just basically rebuilt this club and have got themselves to the promised land on grand final day against a seasoned team in Queenstown. But heading into this game, Josh, it was interesting looking at the leading goal kickers for either side. So Queenstown, we know they're 113 from Newson, then another 37 from Toby Lutwich. Then the next best was Alec Dilger with 16. You look at Yolla, you had Brady Allen with 63, which is a fantastic haul for a small forward. James Allen with 29, Jones with 26, and Liam Smith with 25. It's a really even spread, and I feel like if you're looking at the way this game played today, not even, you know, moving aside from just purely goal kicking, just the way that this Yolla team performed today, it really did feel like an even team performance. They didn't have a poor contributor on the field.
So many prongs to the attack, you know. There's just so many people who are able to contribute in this grand final, you know. There's not many people in that Yolla outfit that you would say had a poor game, would you?
No.
You know, most of them, you know, really did put on a show for the faithful who really did come out. You know, as we sort of talked about, they did win the reserves grand final just before. So it's going to be a big night for the club. We're going to be celebrating long and hard into Sunday, I imagine, Anthony.
Yeah, magnificent performance from Yolla. Just a terrific team effort. We'll run through the goal kickers and we'll dissect the game a little bit more. 4 goals from Brady Allen, 3 to Todd Chatwin, 3 to Jeremiah Jones, 2 to Jordan England, and singles to Alexander Ridge, Zachary Smith and Corey Robinson. While for Queenstown, again, an even contribution, it must be said, across the board for them in what I think was an incredibly gallant performance on grand final day. Unfortunately, one team had to lose, and today it was the Queenstown Crows. 3 to Toby Lutwich, 3 to Alex Dilger, 2 to Sam Newson, and singles to Jackson O'Shea, Michael Keogh, Mark Marriott, and Josh Newson. You can see there the Crows there. It stings. It stings. It's the flip side of a grand final, isn't it, Josh? That the jubilation on one end of the field is met with devastation, I suppose, at the other. And Queenstown, I know they won the flag last year, but that doesn't make this hurt any less, I suppose.
No, exactly. You know, a lot of the boys put in a lot of effort to get where they are. You know, the playing coach Toby Lutwich, you know, really did put in a great performance with the team throughout the season. As you said, Anthony, you know, not everyone available for every week. You know, to get this squad to the grand final and to be so competitive is just so sensational. But, you know, definitely don't take anything away from the Yolla Demons, who, you know, certainly deserve it of winning this grand final. You know, just amazing all year. So who are your standouts, Anthony, for Yolla? Like, who are the people that you thought, even though we sort of talk about how it's sort of an even spread, who do you sort of say, you know, really did push this game forward at times when you saw Queenstown coming in and really sort of trying to take the game by the scruff of the neck?
Yeah, I think that if you're looking at our team sheets that we have in front of ourselves, you look at number 1, Liam Smith, and he was incredible today. He had so much of the football, and I think there's a difference between having a lot of the footy and having a lot of the footy with purpose. And I think he used the ball so well across the afternoon. And if we had his metres gained, it would be through the roof, I reckon. He just seemed to always be driving the ball forward for the Demons, and thought his performance was magnificent. Jeremiah Jones early was really dangerous inside 50, finished with 3. I thought the third quarter of Fraser Symes was really instrumental when Queenstown were continually banging the ball inside 50 and creating scoring opportunities. Symes was probably one of the, the real rocks down there that was keeping, to be frank, probably keeping Yolla in the game. Queenstown were continually banging the ball in and creating some opportunities for goal, but Symes held really firm and did a fantastic job. Zach Smith stood up when the going got tough and really did rise to the occasion. Brady Allen, we talked about a little bit, 4 goals to his name. He was immense. John Holland in the ruck was really good, just using his size and experience to really give first use to the midfielders.
And James Allen, you know, just beautifully dancing around there.
100%. I reckon Corey Robinson and Damon Overton as well, they did some good things. And your man Toddy Chaplin, he was really dangerous whenever he got near the footy as well. I feel like that's probably one thing we did particularly touch on early in the game, but it seemed like Yolla were dominant around stoppage and dominant around clearances. Don't know what the numbers would have been like at the end of the game, but it felt like that, so often is in finals footy, when Yolla were up and firing, they were winning the ball at the source. When Queenstown had their moments, they were doing the same. So in the end, I think Yolla's midfield were able to get on top, and Liam Smith, he played a crucial role in that.
Yeah, just a sensational, team performance. But, you know, everyone across the park really did play their bit into this grand final, and very much deservedly of getting the chocolates here against Queenstown.
So, just see the scenes of jubilation from the Yolla players and supporters. Plenty of players around this group, supporters I should say, around this group. What a magnificent day here at Wivenhoe.
You're looking a bit sunburned there, Anthony.
Fantastic conditions all around Tasmania today. Fantastic day for footy, and congratulations to Barry Dunham and the Darwin Footy Association for another fantastic 2022 season. Really well done, and it's been capped off with a grand final befitting of the season that was. I think it was a terrific game, and Yolla, just said a couple of times already, certainly deserved premiers as well. Run through just to say big thanks to the sponsors of the competition as well for all of their support during season 2022. Auto Electric, the Bernie Trophy Centre, CUB, Flex Realty, Harvey Norman, Impress Print, Jensen's, Sports Power Bernie, and also RT and MJ Construction Services. Fantastic support of the DFA throughout season 2022. A terrific year of football. Just let these moments wash over the Yolla Football Club. Wait for the official presentations to get underway. Might even get a couple of score updates from around the rounds in a moment as well.
I'm sure we can do that.
So the scores between 4th and Motten Preston, Josh.
Yeah, it's 108-33, 4th in the lead, you know, only really getting deep into that last quarter, and you have to say that Forth are going to get that win.
Yep, certainly deserved premier in the NWFA as well. A fourth, a similar story to Yolla, I guess, across the course of the season. They've been the, far and away the team to beat across the campaign, and they'll be deserved premiers over at Ulverston. We'll get an update from the King Island Grand Final as well between Grassy and North.
Yeah, so it's late in the fourth quarter, and Grassy 101 to North 31. So, certainly an expected result up there, and it looks like Grassy will get the win and the grand final celebration.
And it looks like half-time in the Circular Head Grand Final. This was a little while ago now, but the most recent score we have, Redputt leading that game 6-6-42 ahead of Irishtown 1-4-10. There's plenty of football happening on the northwest coast this afternoon. Of course, the NWFL will have their grand final next week as well. That game will be between Devonport and the winner of today's game between Burnie and Wynyard. Grand final to be at the Trobe, so that should be an absolute cracker, but it's just magnificent to have footy in full swing. You can see there the runner from Yolla. Delighted to see this premiership happen. Might run through a couple of the Queenstown players that impressed you as well, Josh. Actually, we might now stop and take a look at the official presentations. Might hold that thought for just a moment. Quickly run through some of those Queenstown players, Josh, that impressed you today. Just feel free to run through a couple of players that stood out to you.
Yeah, well, I think just starting from the top of the player list, Jack Nankerville, I thought was absolutely sensational. John Drake, of course, especially in that first half when things were really on the line. He was someone who was putting his body on the line. I think Toby Lutwich, even though probably didn't get as much of the footy as what he would have liked, I thought was still solid around the ground. Alex Dilger, we said his name quite a lot there, Anthony. Someone who's really getting out and about around the ground as well. Jackson O'Shea, Michael Keogh, Jonathan Keogh, you could just and Josh Newson, of course, certainly whenever he got the ball or was near the ball, something was happening there for Queenstown. But I thought they were probably the standouts for me. What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, hard to argue with that. I thought Sam Newson and Matthew Newson were also very dynamic with ball in hand, but I guess we've talked about it a couple of times already. The nature of a grand final, isn't it? That you can throw absolutely everything at it and can sometimes not fall your way. And unfortunately for Queenstown, that was the case today. But a terrific performance from them and a strong season once again. But full credit to Yolla, just a magnificent performance from them this afternoon and across the course of the season.
Best on the ground. Trophy. The hole is the scoop. Paying the poker. Medal. Last night, the hole is the birthday. Winner of the Queenstown medal is Zach Smith.
So the winner of the medal for best on ground in the grand final coming up to Guy's award now. As we said a couple of times, probably could have thrown a blanket over a number of different players from the Yolla Football Club, but just waiting for the official photo to be taken. Terrific stuff. Zach Smith.
Now we'll present the Premiership medal by number 1, Liam Smith.
Terrific performance from Liam Smith across the course of the afternoon. Prime mover, put together a terrific performance.
5, Alex Ridge.
Alex Ridge kicked a crucial goal in the third quarter to keep Yolla an arm's length away from Queenstown. A strong performance from him. Jeremiah Jones, 2 goals in the first quarter, 3 for the game. Terrific performance from him.
16, Jordan England.
Jordan England kicked that goal that probably was just the cherry on top from a fantastic team performance today. He finished with 2.
Number 17, Matthew Buck.
Matthew Bugg, rock solid down back for Yolla. Back pocket in the team of the year, and he lived up to that reputation today.
Number 18, Fraser Symes.
Fraser Symes threw himself at everything, particularly across that third quarter. Rock solid performer and well deserved. Robert Button.
Number 21, Deegan Perry. Number 26, Zach Smith.
Deacon Perry and Zach Smith. Smith adding a second medal to his neck for today. Named best on ground.
Number 27, Luke Braden.
Luke Braden.
Number 28, Ben Grubb.
Ben Grubb, number 28. Don't know, he might get a medal and potentially a replacement jumper for his troubles this afternoon. You liked his game, Josh?
Absolutely, I thought he was outstanding. Really in there and under, especially with the V-neck, just beautiful.
Mark Wilcox, who did some really good things early in this quarter, put a bit of pressure on Queenstown and helped get them back in control. Brady Allen, what a performance from him. 4 goals and just looks so dynamic inside 50.
Number 45, James Allen.
James Allen, the other forward pocket in the team of the year. The 2 Allens littering the full forward line in that team, and he was fantastic again today.
Number 36, Hayden Brown.
Hayden Brown, number 36. Another rock-solid contributor across the game. Just seemed to really not put a foot wrong, did he, Hayden Brown?
47, John Holland.
John Holland, the big man. 3rd in the BNF, 3rd in the Ewington medal. Ruckman in the team of the year. Terrific performance from him.
Number 41, Mitchell Smart.
Mitchell Smart, number 41. Another one of those probably unsung heroes today, just did his job.
45,
Corey Robinson kicked a crucial goal in the second quarter to help Yolla in their march towards this premiership.
Number 53,
Damon Overton, again another strong performance from him, particularly when the game was hot early. Looked to provide some great run on the outside.
59, Todd Chapman.
And Toddy Chatwin, can hear that, he's a bit of a fan favourite at Yolla Land. He's kicked 3.
Okay, Michael Smith.
Now we have the coach, Michael Smith. He gets his medal from President Barry Dunham.
That's 2 coaches. You're up here, Osborn unit. This is a premiership. Yeah, thanks for the 20 boys. Half full rankings over there. Yeah, we played a single game style. Yeah, kept down all day. Made us really earn it. To our boys, thanks for what they put out there in November. We respect all you guys. You all respect us. Down to the reserve boys as well. Yeah, good things done for us. So stick about. Supporters as well. Everyone was so welcome at the club. Yeah, let's celebrate.
Very positive words spoken there. Fantastic performance from him and just a terrific team effort from the Yolla Footy Club. Barry Dunham unfurls the 2022 flag.
And to go with today's reward, Premiership Cup, Perpetual Cup, 12 months, is getting engraved, and that's £6 a year. Congratulations on that.
Deserved winners, the Yolla Football Club, your premiers for season 2022 in the Darwin Football Association. Congratulations to the Yolla Demons. Commiserations to the Queenstown Crows. A fantastic grand final. Thank you for your company on the AFL Tasmania live stream. Thank you to Josh Lovell in the commentary box, Tom Johnson on the camera, and Ash Wilkes in the studio. Thank you for your company. Make sure you stay tuned to AFL Tas social media accounts for the wash-up out of today's game. But congratulations to the Yolla Football Club, your 2022 Darwin Football Association premiers. Bye for now.
Yeah, thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much for the Queenstown Football Club. Thank you.